Welcome to the Brew of Life podcast show, episode 14. I'm Real Steven. Today we'll be talking about the broken chain. Enjoy the show. It has been a while since I made another podcast episode, but after 14 episodes, we finally have a guest on the show. Just introduce yourself.
Yes, sir. What's up? My name is Kevin, Steven's friend. Go to the same school and everything. Yeah, so it's good.
Everything has been going crazy in this world, and it's good to be back on this show. And we're gonna talk about this topic about COVID-19. Okay.
COVID-19.
It's crazy out here, and even though a lot of they're just milking this.
They honestly are. The news, they love it. They love portraying the virus, the numbers, everything. Money coming in.
they get that back. Anyways, man. But even though we were talking about a topic that has been talked about like trillions of times already, and man. But anyways, just get into it because now is the time that a lot of people are in a fearful situation. They're in a fearful state.
Yeah.
And it's getting out of hand right now. Especially,
for sure.
Man. Just a lot of things are going down in 2020 already. Like, we're just only 3 months in, and all this stuff has already been happening. And honestly, just don't really let this affect you. I mean, even though it's been kind of affecting me, but I'm just trying to find out ways for myself, after, there's no school, find ways of just how this can, can I not be affected by this, and just stop thinking about this, because it's, inevitable at this point. It is really inevitable with the news. You're always going to hear it from your parents, your family, your friends, it's all that stuff, and it just gets to the point, it is getting annoying, but you just have to deal with it. It is what it is, and yeah.
Exactly. I mean, as long as you have, a good hobby at home, then, focus on that hobby. Don't really focus on all the news and stuff like that, because it really stresses you out. It's just it builds up on you. Yeah. It's too much sometimes. It's way too much.
And I also feel like I'm not the only one who's feeling this, but I feel like other people as well. Ever since this quote unquote quarantine, I don't even like using that word at this point. It's just honestly, I don't.
It sounds so serious.
Yeah, it sounds
quarantine.
It sounds.
We're in quarantine.
Oh man, but honestly, I feel like this is the best. This is the best opportunity that you can use this quote unquote quarantine and use it into something positive, or just something that can build you.
Exactly. Learn something new. Play the guitar or the piano.
Yeah, I've been learning. Here's the thing. A few things I've been learning. I've been learning how to make music on FL Studio, which I actually did make my first beat, even though it's not really the best. But I'm proud of myself. I actually did that. And let's see what I also did. And also, I'm making a game right now on this game engine currently. And also, I post a few video game clips that I made on YouTube, so you can check that out. The game I'm making is Minecraft game.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, so what have you been doing ever since this craziness went down?
What I've been doing is I've been just playing a lot of Call of Duty and just talking with friends, because it's it's the best thing you can do. You just hop on a game and you're just talking with your friends. It kind of calms you down. It sucks you can't see them, but you're in voice chat and everything like that.
Yeah.
But it just helps. It's once you're with your friends, you guys can joke around, stuff like that, and it won't worry you too much. I'm
gonna be honest. I haven't been playing video games. The only game I've been playing is just Minecraft a little bit, but that's about it.
I got you.
I've been going on a game fast this. I haven't really been playing video games at this point. I don't really know why, but
yeah, dude,
it's been getting crazy out here.
It really has.
Man, even this topic is it's too much things to talk about, man. Where you want to go? Where you want to start off? I feel start off with the news.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
about to
Let's
talk
start off
about
with
the
the news.
news. Yeah.
I mean, you already can notice like as soon as you turn on the TV, the news is just like, "Good morning, COVID-19, coronavirus." Here's like all he just literally show the death toll like on the screen
Yeah,
every single
I
time you go on the
know.
TV.
Yo,
It's crazy.
have you been seeing like coronavirus ads? Now they're making advertisements off of this. It's getting
Yeah, I just
crazy.
saw a car commercial on the virus. I'm
I
like,
saw
what?
that. Yeah, I saw the car commercial about the coronavirus. It's like, wait, what? How
Exactly.
does like, bro? It's
Might as well go
crazy.
out and buy a car, right?
Oh my. And
It's
like,
honestly insane. People like
man,
companies. I mean, maybe they're trying to profit off it. I don't know,
they
but
are, man. I feel like they are.
it's like
Especially, man.
why a Mazda car commercial like on a virus? I don't get it. You know, like
Yeah.
I could understand like a hand sanitizer
Yeah,
type
yeah, honestly, like
like
a hand
thing, but
sanitizer, like or like any cleaning product, that would make more sense. But a car,
but
I don't really think so.
exactly.
It's coming to a point where I feel like everyone is just trying to profit off of this in each way.
Oh yeah, I mean you got people probably like what buying a bunch of hand sanitizer and toilet paper and then putting it up for sale like on eBay or like Amazon or something like that. You know, to try to get more money.
Like if you think about this, like now, like toilet paper becomes like more expensive, just like as like hype beast clothing now. It's
Exactly.
crazy.
It's for
it's,
real hype beast clothing. I'm not gonna lie to you.
it really does now, and there's a lot of, I've been seeing like a lot of fear going on with the news station. I feel like we are running away from this problem and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Especially how
yeah
like
for sure.
now they're trying to trap us. And I really do feel like this government we're in, man, I'm not trying to sound like no conspiracy theorist, but
Yeah,
you've been seeing it. Like they're trying to trap us in some sort of way. Just like try to keep us insane. It's like some experiment that we're like putting on right now.
yeah. It does. It does feel like that. It's like we're in a mouse in a maze almost.
Yeah.
It really does feel like that.
And honestly, I feel like people are going to extent as well, just like wearing the masks and stuff. Like, it's just.
Yeah, I've been hearing about medical supplies like running out, like not enough masks and all this
And
stuff,
like
and
a lot of people
it's
are like,
really crazy.
they're like hoarding all like, just like the basic needs now.
Exactly,
It's
and
getting crazy.
it's crazy because it's just you see all these store aisles just completely empty, like toilet paper, all this
Hand
stuff,
sanitizer. What
hand
else?
sanitizer,
Man, there's a lot of
paper
things.
towels,
Food.
food. Yeah, I thought food would be like the first thing, but it's toilet
Bro, I'm
paper.
not. Yo, like when I went to Whole Foods, like what, a week ago, and like I saw
Yeah,
the aisle, almost everything was gone. Like even like the frozen foods.
for real. Whole Foods is
Yeah.
kind of expensive though.
Yeah, but everyone just went to Whole Foods. There's so many things that was just all out.
Oh my god. That is honestly insane to me. I mean, I think the best option, like, as of right now, is to just, like, do, like, delivery, you know?
Yeah,
I feel like that's the safest way to get food now.
like we are like, I never even thought I would even witness this in my entire life. I'm gonna be honest.
Exactly. It's almost like a smack in the face.
I feel like
Like,
this
what the
is.
hell's going
I
on?
feel like at the same time though, this is kind of like a blessing in disguise. This is like something, because like I listened to, okay, so like I watched this YouTuber and he
Yeah.
made some good points. His name is Raz Fano. Shout out to that guy. And he made like a video about the coronavirus and how it could be like a blessing disguise from just God himself or something like that. And it's just like pretty interesting. I like how what he says about it. I really do feel like this is some kind of like good thing that's gonna come out of it as
Yeah.
well. Especially,
Um,
yo, what am I about to say?
oh,
My
my
bad.
bad.
Yo, take. Okay.
I just saw something like, I think maybe you're familiar with the channel, like, Daily Dose of Internet.
Yeah, I know.
Have you heard? Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw like this thing where they were talking about like China, and when everybody was in quarantine, like the pollution and stuff, like it was way better than before.
Dang.
Yeah, it was
Blue
just like
skies.
exactly. So, this virus could be like helping nature as well, and it could
Yeah,
be, it's like a big wake up call to everybody, just in case, like, God forbid, something happens like this again.
man.
But
And also, I feel
yeah,
like another good thing out of this virus is just like how no more school, man. Kinda, even though it's like the best time to just to do the things that we actually want to do in like many years because I feel like school is like somewhat of a big distraction of like what we want to do because school is never really on our side of like the things that we like to do, like whether it's through passions, hobbies, and all that stuff. You can do it right
yeah,
now.
yeah. That's
Like
yeah,
just
that's
do the things that
facts.
you love, man.
I mean, I just feel like school sometimes it just slows you down from like what you really want to do, and like with this quarantine and stuff, like you can do something new. Like as I said before, just like what like design like a T-shirt or something. I saw
A design like a
like
t-shirt,
on
man.
Instagram.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been like kind of like just slacking off as well with the stuff I've been wanting to do, just like my clothing brand and stuff, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I
And
mean it's not your fault though, because it's
dang it,
just
man.
this virus has just been canceling everything and just like really
Honestly,
messing
bro,
things up.
man, it's crazy. It is. And also, like, have you also heard like, yo, like I was like scrolling through YouTube last night, and like now they're saying like now there's an asteroid coming in like at April 29th.
No, no way.
Yes, bro. I'm not even joking.
Dude, oh my. Wasn't there like a previous asteroid that like almost hit us, but it wasn't going to?
I think so. I'm not really sure. But now, like, now they're supposedly saying that now, like, an asteroid is coming by to Earth and on April 29th. Honestly, I shouldn't really say that because I'm not trying to scare you guys. This is just what I heard. I'm sorry if I honestly, man. I don't really want to scare you guys on this show, man. It really does. It's just you shouldn't really be scared about this. I'm just like it's just getting crazy. Like how there's always something new. Like it's something that we always gonna face.
Oh yeah.
This is a thing
I
that
I
we're
also
facing right
heard
now.
yeah. I also heard like the new virus that I mean it's contained now, but like what's it called? Like the Hanta
Hunt.
virus or
Oh yeah,
something
the
like
one
that.
with the rats. Like, what is going
Yeah.
on with this? It's like everything is like, who really knows this is even like from nature? I don't really feel like this is from nature. Like with this virus, I really do feel like it is some sort of like man-made. Like this is
To
China
be
we're talking
honest.
about. Don't trust the
And like
Chinese government. They be doing some crazy things to their people. I really do feel bad.
you notice like how it doesn't affect dogs and everything like that, but it just affects humans.
It really does. Dang. I thought it did
So it's
affect
like
animals.
what?
So just humans.
I guess so. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be affecting some other animals. I have no idea. I don't know. But I just know like dogs can't carry it.
Hmm.
But it's honestly, it's a very strange virus. I mean, even experts are confused about this virus and everything and how it acts. But I think day by day we're sort of getting a little better understanding of it.
And also, like the one crazy thing is like what there was this movie that came out like I think like in 2011, and it was like a virus outbreak, and it's like the same situation as like this in real life right now. I'm not sure if you heard of it.
I don't think maybe. Wait, what's it called?
I forgot what it's called. It was like called Contagion. I think it's something like that. It started with the C.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah, but supposedly like that movie actually did predict all this stuff happening. It had the same scenario as well, like where supposedly a bat carried the virus, and now the whole world's going nuts.
Holy shit. Yeah, I think what we got to do is we got to cut down like on the sort of like bunch of these like animals and stuff like that and like eating them, because like you never know what the next like
Yeah,
animal could carry.
yeah, man.
Yeah, I think
Honestly,
we got to chill with that.
we should. Okay, next we should probably talk about like, how can we actually like just take care of ourselves and like actually turn this negative energy, I guess you say, into something positive.
Yeah. One thing I've started doing as well is like drawing. I feel like that's a
That's
good thing
cool.
too, because it like sort of escapes, like you sort of escape from reality, and just focus on what you're drawing. So I think that's good, and like listening to music as well.
And also, it's like I feel like it's a really bad time to be in like an idle state as well.
Yeah,
Like you can easily become insane like in this time as well. Like I almost like man, the past few weeks after like school shut down and all that stuff, I
yeah.
was actually kind of going insane. I'm not. I feel like I wasn't really prepared for all this stuff to happen.
To be honest, I mean, it's just like we're getting rid of our regular like routine.
I feel like at the same time though, this is like some gift. I guess like I'm not trying to be like what? Why not talk about religion and all that stuff? I don't really know, but like it is like something from God or just like something for out of something good out of it.
Yeah, yeah. There's always, yeah. I mean,
And just
um,
like breaking the chain of like
yeah.
just a boring normal day life.
That's true. That's true.
And now like I feel like we're gonna about to like overcome this, even though I feel like nobody is really at that right now because just everyone is in a fearful state.
Yeah.
Man,
I, I mean, yeah. It's gonna take a long time to overcome. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Like we get rid of this faster, but I don't know. It's just we're sort of like in a limbo right now.
man,
Just like
but
in the middle of
yeah.
everything.
And also, I just feel like yeah, this is like some sort of like wake up call. Like this is like some sort of thing that just woke us all up. Like not only just like one person that I woke up, but like everyone, like just everyone in the whole world. It's like crazy, like
Yeah,
how that just happened. And now we're just like I guess you say we're seeing the ugly truth now
we are. We
about
are.
like everything around us, especially with this. Just we're just seeing the ugly truth between this craziness and just like the things that we thought they were good, but they're pretty much bad for us. Like all these pleasurable things. Now we're just starting to see that in light, and yeah, now we're starting to see the ugly truth. I guess you can say.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully, yeah. No, no, no. We are gonna learn from this. We definitely are gonna learn from this.
I really do hope so. Like we better not like go on and like like how I've been seeing this a lot. Like there's like a lot of distractions. Like every single year, especially like think about like what 2019, Popeyes chicken
Mm-hmm.
sandwich, TikTok. There's so many
Holy
things
shit.
that were distracting us. I really do feel like and then we just forget about it like in a few months or so, and then we get distracted by another thing. I do really feel like this is like a distraction, but at the same time, this is like some kind of like motivation to like get back up.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Oh,
And honestly, as well, I just really do feel like that this is a really good time as well, just because there's no distractions. There's just like no like there's like nothing that can just get us off the things that we actually want to do, because this is the best time for you just to do whatever you want, like creatively, just taking care of yourself and all that stuff. And it's just really good in that way that we are now having the opportunity of that.
yeah. I mean, like, it really can help us just realize, maybe from like before all this virus stuff, like what we were doing or like what we were trying to do, but meant like probably a lot of things got in our way. But then now we have the opportunity to like do
Yeah,
it,
like
sort of.
if you think
Even if
about it,
you're at home, but
yeah. Even though I feel like there are like a lot of distractions, the news media, the coronavirus and stuff, but at least there's no distractions like NBA getting canceled. What is just entertainment is just putting on pause. Is just probably being postponed or canceled as well, and all that good
yeah,
stuff. I really do feel like
yeah,
that is going to make us like rethink like now like we're just like by ourselves and with the people that that do care about us and stuff. And it is a good time
Exactly.
just to like focus on ourselves and just how we can rebuild ourselves, rebuild our foundation, and all that stuff.
That's very true.
And
And it's like it's good too because we're like spending time with family and stuff as well. More than ever.
yeah, because like what the work, job, school was like what blocking off that as well with the connection between ourselves and other people as well.
Yeah,
And honestly, that is actually a good thing. Even though they're doing this job, what online classes, these jobs, which I don't really want to do. It just sucks that because
that's
honestly,
true.
I feel like I'm not trying to go. No, I'm just gonna talk about it right now. Like I feel like this society or this matrix is trying to do some shape or form of just making us work more and more, especially all this craziness happening right now.
That's true. I mean, I think for everybody, just like sometimes we just needs to like take a pause,
Yeah,
and really
just
like
rethink.
exactly like think about the stuff that's going on in your life right now and like how you can fix them, like, improve on some things. I think that's very important because, like somebody might be like working too hard at their job or something like that and they don't have enough time at home to like really relax and stuff like that.
Yeah, I do feel like as well, like especially just the world we live in, like we are, like we always take like the life of mediocrity, and
Yeah.
like just think about like last year and just back then, everyone was in the life of mediocrity. We were doing the same thing all over again every single day. It's a cycle of just unhappiness, and we're never really happy about it because we're too afraid to take that leap of what we actually want to do in our life, but though we were too afraid of people's expectations, just how people will view us, and that's just like I guess our ego just got in the way.
You really can't focus like a lot on what people think of you,
Yeah, and honestly,
and
oh yeah, bro, always
no,
my bad.
no, it's all
Anyways,
good. It's all good. Yeah, it really does feel like a cycle. I mean, like before,
but
because
now, yeah,
yeah,
oh,
but now it's just
the chain has been broken. The chain has been officially, well, hopefully, I'm not really sure how long, but as of now, it's just been broken. I'm just like surprised about that.
yeah, this is something out of our comfort zone.
This is really is. I really do feel like this is some sort of test, from just whatever you believe in, whether it's just religion, God, or just the universe. I'm not really sure. But if you do believe in something, dealing with religion, who knows? Maybe this is something dealing with this. I really do feel like.
I feel like it too. I mean, it has to be a sign of something.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, it has to be a sign of something.
Bro, and also like right now, talking into this podcast episode right now, I'm just like thinking positive about this now. Like we were like really in a state of just an everyday cycle that we were in. Now things just changed. Like
Exactly.
finally, like it's just crazy, especially how now it happens in 2020 and like 2020. It sounds like futuristic. It sounds something very. It sounds weird when you say 2020. I don't know why.
It does. We're not in like we're not in 2000 like 14 anymore. It's
Yeah,
just time has been passing by so fast.
it is, man.
Things have been happening so fast.
And also just like I don't even know what to talk about next, but I guess this is just like a perspective on like how we really view ourselves. Like just sit down like by ourselves and just really focus on us.
Yeah, yeah, that's very true.
Because like I feel like for the most part, we always been focused on other people, on other things that hasn't really been within us, and like we never really like some people never really come to that agreement of like how can I better myself? How can I just change my life? And even though like we do come to that agreement, though at the same time we choose like the pretty lie instead of like the ugly truth.
Yeah, for sure. And it's like we can look up to somebody that that's fine, but don't try to be somebody different. Like just be yourself.
Yeah, like
Love yourself.
don't copy no one else's style. Like make your own style, make your own like signature move, like something
Exactly.
like
Be
that to
different.
instead.
Don't be sheep. Don't be the same as everybody else.
Because like I'm gonna be honest, I have experienced something like that too. Like focusing too much on other people and like trying to invest into other people's lives. Whether through like relationship and stuff, though never
Yeah.
really works out because I didn't do anything for myself and stuff.
Yeah. It's got to be a healthy balance,
Yeah,
between
honestly.
caring about others and yourself. Because if you only just like focus on caring about others and stuff like that, then it'll just really be unhealthy for you and like your mental state.
And like just about man, I forgot what I was about to say. But I'll be honest, but oh yeah, about the ego and stuff. Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy how like we're like the only creatures in the world that has some sort of like conscious and subconscious, like some kind of like subconscious and conscious mind, and like an ego, and that can be just a blessing and a curse with that as well.
Yeah, very true. And I
Man,
notice a lot like nowadays, just like see a bunch of different like social classes, like
yeah, man, and there's a lot of things to talk about. How long has this been a podcast episode? I can't even tell like how long, but oh, it's been 26 minutes already. Dang. But anyways,
hopefully my mic hasn't been cutting out.
don't worry about like, don't worry about the mic and stuff. This is just the first like this is the first time I ever have anyone on the show. Like you're the first one. You made it. Like
I'm honored. I'm
you're
honored.
honored. Yeah, and also like what do you want to talk about more? I feel like we should talk about more in like the fear. Like how can we like just with this fearful situation of like how the news has been putting us because the news has been playing a big role in this, especially.
Oh, yeah, yeah, because it's sort of a way to draw in their viewers. They're like just to draw people in and see what's going on.
Like television, tell lies to your vision. And
Yeah.
just like with fear and stuff, like there's just been a lot of things been going on with fear. Even though I made like what episode I made an episode about fear, episode 2 fear, and now like wait facing our fears, that was called the episode. And now like we're all, it's crazy like how we're all like facing some sort of fearful situation here. I feel like most people are running away from it, putting on the mask, doing something, just going. They're just people nowadays, like they're just doing it all over the top. Like they're just doing it way too much.
That's true. And it's just people gotta they gotta calm down.
Yeah, like people be cleaning every single second. Like never I really thought like cleaning would be a trend. Cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah.
How
It's sort
crazy
of
is
like a
that?
OCD thing too,
Yeah.
in a way.
Now everyone has it. Like now all of a sudden like now it becomes a trend just to wash your hands. Like what? It's just so stupid.
It's almost like oh wait, we haven't been doing that before.
And now people are only paying attention to that like right now. Like now it's just I really do feel like no, like if you do this all that stuff like the news is saying like put on masks and stuff. I feel like the mask, in my opinion, when you do wear it, is gonna make things like 10 times worse because you're gonna be more in like a fearful state and like you're not really in a trustful state as well.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how like some people like they get like all these masks and stuff when they could like it's obviously it's important to have a mask and everything, but don't get like so much. It's like try to sort of make things easier by just like ordering things instead of going out,
But man,
and like be more considerate towards like others by leaving like
if
get like only one pack, like get only like 2 packs of toilet paper, and then leave some for somebody else. Because it's people are just like hoarding everything. It's just like
yeah,
it's not that necessary.
honestly, And like I feel like this also comes in a big role, like the news media. We conform to like what the news media says, and it's just like have you been seeing like the news media? Something about the news media is just it just bothers me.
Yeah, I mean, you can turn on the news and like you'll instantly feel like just a bunch of negative energy and stuff because that's almost all
Yeah,
what the news is, just like negative stuff 24/7.
like they all act the same. Like every single news station all acts like the same. They act like like they have like that news channel voice. Like every single one is like that. I don't know how to like I don't know how to like reenact that voice, but it's like it sounds like they're robots or something like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the voice is just like bland and just
Yeah,
sort of almost repetitive.
yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There's no like personality. There's no like just nothing with it. It's just so bland and stuff. It's just like that. But I don't even know how to like reenact like that news like caster voice because like it just sounds odd.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, it's just you don't, and the facial expressions as well.
Yeah,
It's just
honestly,
sort of like just all serious and stuff like that.
man.
It's not good to see just news all the time.
And like just this fear, false evidence appearing real. Honestly, and this has been happening as like right now as well. Like even though if we are in a fearful situation, like you gotta think about yourself. Like, have you seen anyone like outside, like just going outside, mind your own business, and you see it like someone with the coronavirus or something like that?
I haven't seen
I
any.
haven't seen anyone. I'll be honest. Like it should be looked
Yeah,
at like the news just be like just making. I feel like they'd be making a lot of stuff up a
yeah.
lot of
I mean,
times.
just like they could also be just like picking little details, just like little by little. It's just when they just make like a very little detail and bring it into this big huge thing.
Yeah, also it's like the news media has been getting on my nerves just because everyone's watching it as of this state. In the schools, the school system, I'm pretty sure like they like like what like remember, like the last day of school, right?
Yeah,
And like my what math teacher just says like, oh, watch the news and stuff, blah blah blah. I'm like, no, just not. I ain't accepting that. But
yeah, that's true. I mean, you could just like instead of watching the news, I just follow the like the Montgomery County like news on Twitter or something like that, or just like follow the news on Twitter. So it's
yeah,
less things you have to process. It's just kind of simple.
but yo, what do you want to also talk about? Like we've been talking about this. This is like a long podcast, kind of. But anyways, what else? Like what other topics? You want to like talk
Mm.
about like more in depth of like this deposit things and how this is a wake up call and stuff. I really do feel like I want to talk more about that
Yeah, yeah, let's do it. It's
because like
that's yeah, that's really
this is like something like no one expected out of just nowhere, and it's like all happening to us at once,
for real.
and like we never experienced something like that like this big in like a very long time.
Yeah, this is like one of the biggest viruses like uh, ever right now. I mean, it's like it's even worse than the Ebola virus.
Ebola compares nothing to this, man.
Honestly,
Like okay, at least with, like back then with the Ebola virus, nothing was shutting down, nothing was getting canceled, nothing was getting postponed. But now everything is getting canceled, and like the cycle of just mediocrity is starting to slow down.
yeah, for sure. Everybody's like just adapting to new changes and a different environment.
I'm really happy about that. It's just something like
Yeah,
finally something different at this point, just because it is like a sad reality to see that we all do the same things every single day. We all just go to our like this is just basically like the basic cycle that everyone goes through. We're born, go to school, go to college, get a job, then what? Just get married, have kids, and then retire and die. It's like scary.
it is scary. You don't. Yeah, I mean, you don't want to live your life and just like a constant cycle all the time.
Yeah.
It's not good for you. Like, um, I mean, for example, like if when all this like virus stuff, like when it blows over, like somebody could be somebody could like take a trip somewhere or like go to a new restaurant or something like that. Just like it doesn't have to be a huge thing, you know. Just like make like little
Yeah, just change
different
up the routine.
changes and
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Spice it up a little bit and also just damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Anyways,
It,
I was
yeah,
like, it's just now like okay, now I finally know what I was about to say. Now like nobody like everyone's is like you know how like everyone in this cycle is just like we're all in autopilot every single day. That's scary as well. We're
yeah, and I
always
noticed like it makes people
yeah,
tired too.
we're always
Tired of the same
on
old thing.
autopilot like every single day. Like we are never really 100% fully in the present. We either like just thinking in our heads whether it's through the past, the future, whatever, or just we're like zombies. I'm gonna be honest. Like autopilot is dangerous with our minds.
That's true, and it could make you like just not really. It could just like space you out of like reality and stuff like that. It's like similar to like when you see people in public just like on their cell phone, just like for seven, like oblivious to the things that like are going on around.
Yo, that's oh shoot, you brought up a good topic of like
What's
with the
up?
like how people now like since we're on autopilot and there's nothing quote unquote interesting in our lives because we're doing the same thing every day. Now
Yeah,
like for example like people in our school like everyone's on their phones, everyone's just trying to do something to get out of this autopilot state even though it doesn't work most of the times. Like it just makes things a lot worse.
exactly. We need difference.
Yeah, and just I've been seeing that at school a lot. Just everyone is on autopilot. Like, we're never really so like energetic or just in a happy state that everyone just has like a dull face, on their phones because like we try to escape this dark reality.
Yeah, and it's sort of like, oh, okay, we're from this class to the other class, and it's just like back and forth every day.
Especially in school, like listen, you want to talk about more about like the school stuff and just how like with the autopilot and just man,
Yeah,
it's just crazy how we're finally out of like this vicious cycle that we've always been in and that we have always been taught of and just being I guess being programmed of. Now we're just out of it now.
true. It's like we were like factory workers, just working and working and working, trying to get like an A or like a good grade, and it tires you out sometimes. It almost makes you want to give up.
It is, man, and like just never any time just to do things that we really want to do in our life. Or and then like I feel like as well with school, we always like the school system. They make us things like they make us care like what other people thinks as well, like what other people's opinions.
Yeah, and like comparing ourselves to what other like people are doing and stuff, comparing grades, GPA, all this stuff. It's like numbers, just like every labeled.
Yeah, everything is just it's like a video game.
Yeah, yeah,
Honestly, it's like a video game. Like just it's like how how video games they got the leaderboards and all that stuff.
exactly.
And then like when you don't get a certain score or number, then you might get angry, you might get sad, or just any of that stuff. And it's just like kind of
Yeah.
crazy, like how it does like really does feel like a video game. Like I feel like school, like in video game perspective, is like a free to play video game that we're always like constantly chasing some sort of score, some sort of just a thing that is impermanent. I feel like.
Yeah, everybody's trying to get like on top of another. It's like it's almost like a battle royale.
Yeah,
To
it
be honest with you,
is.
it's like everybody fighting for the same thing.
Yeah, we are fighting for the same thing. We're fighting for some sort of job, and like the worst thing is like we're not really like working for ourselves. We're working for other people. Like we're making another person happy. We're making another person rich, but we're not really like making ourselves happy or some and stuff like that, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it's important to be happy and stuff like that.
But
We'll
now,
have ups
oh
and downs, but
yeah, But now, like, thanks to this coronavirus, like, man, I kind of feel like we're free, but though at the same time not, because of these online stuff, these online classes, and
True.
I really hope it won't be that bad. Oh man, it's just been
Yeah,
like,
yeah, we really need to just like make sure everything goes well and everybody like stays safe. You know, that's
yeah.
the most important thing.
Yo, have you ever like out of like this like whole just week off? Like, have you ever done like any of the schoolwork or stuff?
No, I haven't
I'll
actually.
be
I've
honest, I
just,
haven't. I
I,
haven't, man. Oh man. Oh, it's
I
just
think
been
we're just
rough.
waiting for next week.
I haven't.
Like new work.
I haven't done anything with school related.
Yeah, dude.
I kind of feel free though at the same time with all this just days off and like all everything like just like a billion things to do now with this quote unquote quarantine. There's just so many things that so many options you can do, you can learn. It gets overwhelming to me, which sucks.
It does, and it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah. But honestly, that's just for me though. I'm just trying to like just trust the process, I guess you say.
Yeah,
Because I really do feel like I'm just this is just like an opportunity of a lifetime. I really do feel like, and I feel like no one even sees that.
to be honest,
If it
it's
was,
just it's really a gateway to just get into something.
yeah, if it was like just God just stopped all this boring cycle of just the Matrix and stuff, and it's crazy how like everything just stops, and now we have the chance just to be free, even if they're trying to shut us. Even if like they're trying to keep us trapped in, like we can't go anywhere, we can't travel anywhere, which sucks. And they're trying to do every single restrictions in us because I really do feel like they're trying to trap us in some shape or form.
Yeah, in a way, but yeah, it's just I don't know. You know, we don't really know like what's like the true purpose behind some of these decisions. You know.
Yeah, it's just, hey, I'm honestly, it's just really surprising because like, wait, when you first heard about this virus, like what day, like what month, like February, January?
I think like around February.
Yeah, I first heard this because of my grandma telling me this, like back in all the way in January, and I remember
Damn.
like searching up, and I first thought like, you know, nothing else, but like all of a sudden now just all happening. It's like crazy. Like
Yeah, I mean,
yo,
the weird thing is, it's like I think we knew about this way back.
yeah,
We
we
didn't really
did.
like do anything. Like, didn't really plan well. You know,
Yeah,
that's the weird thing.
this is like a punch in the face now, of like
Real.
it is really like a blessing at the same time though with this coronavirus now. And I feel like honestly we are stressing about this way too much. Like we are overreacting about this virus like way too much as well.
Yeah, but like the most important thing is just to make sure that you stay calm.
Yeah. And just stay present, man. I feel like right now everyone's trying to escape the present moment because of this coronavirus. You're always probably thinking about the past, the future now. Like we're thinking about the past, like whether it's like, oh, like everything used to be so fine back then before this coronavirus stuff happened, or we're thinking about the future because we're too afraid, like, what if like it's gonna be like a freaking zombie apocalypse, something straight out of like I Am Legend, the movie. It's like,
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
yo, man,
Yeah,
that
I
movie
know
is,
what you mean.
yeah. It's gonna. It's you know what's so funny, man? It's like
What's up?
everyone is freaking out like it's like some like Fallout post like nuclear, like some nuclear bombs about to drop us. It's crazy.
Honestly, it's confusing time. It is
Yeah,
really confusing.
it's kind of like Plague Inc. Bro, we talk about a lot about video games, but like Plague Inc.
Is it the one where like it shows red background and like a toxics?
Yeah, it's like basically a game where you have to kill everyone, like with like a virus that you create, and it's scary, bro. How like now it's coming to reality.
To be honest.
Though at the same time, though, it's not really that bad. I kind of feel like who really knows because I do know that for one thing, the news is going to just amp up like the intensity that man. I feel like this virus isn't like we shouldn't really worry about it, but the news is just constantly just putting it in our faces all the time.
Yeah, that's because like they want as many views as possible, so they try to scare people, and then that makes them want to watch the news more.
Yeah, and also, man, yo, you want to talk about like, man, I felt like I kind of did overcome some stuff because like, the virus actually canceled, my performance with the club school I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I had like an international day. We were about to perform, bro. Like I work, like I practice, in the school club. We practice like for like I think it says like November, December, and
Damn,
now all of a sudden this is happening, which sucks. But
it does.
I'm like I'm moving on to it like because like at first when it got canceled I kind of got like just mad. I got salty about it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, because like you practice, you
Yeah,
were looking forward to it,
I
you
was looking
practice it.
so much forward to it. But hey, it is what it is. I'm just accepting it right now and just moving on from it. Cause like I'm feeling like right now, I'm really feeling optimistic about what's going to happen in the future. I feel like a lot of good things about happen like in the future as well after this stuff goes down and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of new processes and lines, I think is gonna go down.
Yeah, man.
But damn, I guess
Yeah, you're cutting off kind of, but that's okay.
I don't know if like you heard, but I just said like I just hope things get better.
Yeah, I really do hope. Though at the same time, like out of this outcome, I really just do hope that we stop going back to our normal ways of just the cycle, sleep, wake up, work, and then just all that boring stuff, or with this like going to school every day, 7 hours a day. That's just man,
I feel like once we all get out of school, really be way better.
man.
I feel trapped.
I really do feel like, cause like I'm kind of like ever since this all happened, like now we're all on like day offs and stuff. I kind of really do now really want to go back to like the old way. It's like the
Yeah, I know
old
what you mean.
way. It's like the old way of just like being ignorant, just accepting and just trying to escape the now and just not really like saying to ourselves like how can we fix our lives and stuff. Even though now it's happening to all of us and now we're saying that to ourselves right now. At least that's a good thing.
Yeah, yeah, it really helps us realize what's going.
And man, yo, what other things you want to talk about? And just there's a lot more things we should talk about, but like I feel like we talked about like a lot of good things. Like
Yeah, that's very important. Positivity
yeah,
all the time.
positive things.
Exactly. Too much negative things nowadays. Oh my god,
Yeah,
way too much.
this is way too much, man. And like
Honestly.
I've been seeing it as well. Like I like the weird thing, like the news media, they've been like on the news, it just looks dark and just gritty. Though like when I go outside in my backyard, with nature, it's just everything just seems so peaceful with nature.
Yeah.
Like
It's like it's very important to
yeah,
just like go out, get a breath of fresh air and just walk.
it's just so peaceful outside in nature and stuff. Cause like especially there's barely any people. It's just like really peaceful now. It's just crazy.
For real.
And
And
like
it's like it's way more quiet now too. You don't like see cars going up and down the street that much.
that's such a good thing, man. And also, bro, it's just like a lot of good things that come out of this. I really do feel like. And
Yeah.
yo, I kind of like running out of things what to say, man. This is a lot of things.
Same.
I feel like we should probably talk about just. You want to talk about more like the conspiracy theories or stuff? I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we could.
You know what? Why not just talk about it? Because I do really do feel like there is something going on behind the scenes with all this. Like there is something like a big agenda behind this. I do feel like, though at the same time, like it just this all backfired.
Yeah, there has to be something just like the public doesn't know about, you know?
Yeah, I really do.
There, it really has
Yeah,
to be something.
man, I really do feel like this is like some sort of like probably population control, especially like how Bill Gates, like he made like a TED talk about this, like how there's going to be a pandemic, and now all of a sudden now it's here.
Yeah, I saw it in my recommended, but I never watched it.
Yeah, it's like we've they've been. I feel like this has this has been building up this whole time, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is just from like God and just the universe itself. Who really knows, man? It's just
Yeah,
really mysterious of like what is
it
going on. But I do feel like the government is trying to do something shady to us, and I really do feel like, in my opinion, the government isn't really for us at all, man. It is not. And
yeah, it's just because people don't have a clear picture of this virus.
yeah,
Oh, there's not a lot of questions being answered.
especially
Maybe there's a
how
lot of stuff
yeah,
like getting swept under the rug, you know?
yeah, especially like how the government actually made all this, made school, made the jobs, and just made us try to make us into factory workers, like you said, make us into like just robots, man. But now,
Yeah,
like, if they did supposedly made this virus, it's all backfired on them. So that's good,
it's true.
honestly. But especially, like, I really do feel like, you know what? We should probably predict it. You know what? Let's like try like predict the future. I really do feel
That
like that they're hopefully not, but they're gonna do something dealing with like vaccines and stuff. Like I know they're probably gonna force upon on everyone, man.
Oh yeah, I think I saw Bill Gates talk about this as well. I think,
Yeah,
but he was saying like even if we like go back to our life and stuff, like we still got to be cautious either way. You know, if this whole thing like sort of blows over, like still, you never know um, if the virus might still be around and stuff. So like it's gonna take a while to get back into like life and stuff like that.
but dude, I'm not really sure about the vaccines and stuff. I have a bad feeling about it, man. I'm not trying to sound like no anti-vaxxer or anything, but like it's just something. It's just like
Yeah, I get you.
why not the doctors just like we're always taking these man-made drugs, these man-made pills that actually does kill us, does harm us, and instead like why not like the doctors just tell us like go eat healthy, go out in nature or stuff, like just something that is just the natural way instead of just doing these all these man-made stuff that we
That's
make.
very true. I never thought about it like that before. That's right.
It actually is, man.
You never noticed them mention like nature or anything. Like,
Yeah,
wow.
they never say anything about it except just man-made pills, man-made stuff to get money off of you. And I actually did experience like something like this. I have. I'm not even sure if I still have it today, but I had asthma, and like the doctors would just give me medicine. They wouldn't really give me like the cure for it, I guess you say.
Yeah.
And they always give me like the medicines, the prescription drugs, and it did like temporarily like fix the problem, but it never really, but it was still there. But
Yeah.
like,
I mean, that's
yeah,
it's kind of like ADHD as well.
yeah, man.
I feel like,
And but like now, since like I've been changing myself, I've been like just exercising a lot, I've been eating healthy a lot, I haven't really seen any sign of myself just having asthma. Like I
that's
feel
great.
like this is crazy. Like how I don't have asthma. I really do feel I don't have asthma anymore. Like, cause like back then like if I like ran a lot, I would be coughing so much. It would be come to a point where I'll like actually like kind of lose my breath. But now I don't really have that same effect now.
That's good. I mean, it's like it could be like your body getting used to it.
Yeah,
Like
man.
especially with the healthy food and everything like that. Like that really helps.
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. Healthy food.
And especially, I feel like, who knows, man? Maybe these vaccines may have like some kind of population control as well, because I think like what back then. Well, this is coming from my parents and stuff. You know, I took the flu shot and I got sick after I took the flu shot. Especially, what my aunt took the flu shot as well, and she even
Yeah.
got sicker. That didn't help her at all.
Oh damn.
So like, I do feel like these vaccines. I don't know, man. Like, why? Like, we just became so dependent on just man-made things. Just things that aren't from just nature, man. Like nature. Like, I feel like there is some kind of cure of this virus from nature. I really do feel
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. I mean, like, dude, nature can just it can really help your mental state and everything like that. Like with exercise as well. And it's just like I don't know. It's very hard to trust a lot of things nowadays.
Yo, and also like just I've been thinking about this as well. Like, you know how like we just go and stay in school 7 hours a day, and like we
Yeah.
never really go outside and just experience like just the outside world, you know, with this nature and stuff. And even though we used to do it all the time back in elementary school, back in recess, but now since
Yeah.
we're in high school, we're just stuck in that building for so long. It's just crazy.
Oh yeah. I mean, they could tire you out too. You know, I notice if I go to school, I'll just be way more tired.
Honestly, man, it's like it takes our passion, it takes our energy out just throughout the day. Like, I feel like school should not be necessarily be 7 hours a day. That's crazy. It should be like less than that, man. At least.
Yeah. Yeah. And on top of that, just like worrying about grades and tests and
Yeah.
everything like that, progress checks. It's a lot to take in. It really is.
And on top of that, like, what, we go to school 16 years, and then what? Then we go to college for the next 4 years, and I told we went to school for like 20 years, and then we probably want to get the 9 to 5 job and just suffer like that. It's just scary how it is.
Yeah. I mean, it really takes a big chunk of your life away.
It really does, man.
That's why it's scary, you know? Especially like finding out what job you do today.
Honestly,
Because like you
man.
don't want to be lost.
Yeah, I just want to work. Like, I'm like trying to be at that point now. Like, I just really want to be like, just like an entrepreneur and stuff. I'm really trying to take that route. Even
Yeah.
though like not a lot of people actually just kind of do look odd and weird at me when I do say that type of stuff, because like everyone, I feel like everyone around me, especially in school, we always just like want to work for something. Like, it's just like I'm just like rethinking about like why though.
Yeah.
Like, why take the path of just mediocrity, but like we can actually take the path of just like in like extraordinary life, just something like adventurous. Like, if you want, like, you know how like it's just an endless cycle of just boringness.
Yeah.
Like, when you get out of your comfort zone and stuff, like every day is gonna be like a new adventure. I really do feel like it.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It's very important to get out of your comfort zone and just see different things and stuff like that because it can really help you grow. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
Just
because
growing.
man, I really do feel like back then as well, like we were all just passive. We never really took actions on the things that we actually want to do and stuff.
Yeah. And it has like something to do with fear as well. You're
Just like
just
right
afraid of
now,
trying new
man, with
things.
fear, I really do feel
Yeah.
like it. Like, I feel like fear was really put into us as well.
Oh yeah. Fear is like the number one thing that really just affects your goals and what you're trying to do in life.
And then like later on, you just kind of like regret it and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I'll be honest, like
So it's better to do it now.
I do have like back, like since we were like back in school and stuff, I actually did have like that problem just interacting with others and just caring what people think about me too much.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to just focus on yourself. That's the key. Because if you keep on focusing on what other people want and, stuff like that, it's just, you're not going to feel like yourself anymore. You're just going to feel like a different person, or you're just going to feel like multiple people.
yeah. But anyways, yo, this is like a 1 hour podcast show. This is crazy. This is like
Yeah, man.
movie length. Anyways, I'm not sure if you want to end it off there or, dang.
Whatever's comfortable with you.
I guess it's a good time just to end it off right now. Just,
All right.
anyways, we're in the outro right now, I guess you can say. And, yo, any last things we should want to say? Or just anything?
Everybody, wash your hands, stay safe, don't be scared, do not let fear control
Honestly,
you.
no doubt. Like, we should all wash our hands. Like, that's just, it's crazy
I mean,
though.
we shouldn't even have to be saying it.
Yeah, we
Like,
shouldn't
come
be
on
saying
now.
this. Is kind of stupid.
Yeah.
Like, no doubt, man. This is crazy.
For real.
Anyways, I really do miss missing this podcast, just doing this podcast stuff. And also, oh yeah, one thing, all my podcast episodes are now on YouTube. I finally upload all my shows, all my episodes. I mean, on YouTube. Finally, thanks to this coronavirus, actually. You know, I'm actually really thankful for that because these I actually really did want to to upload all my podcast episodes on YouTube and actually pursue YouTube as well with this podcast show, but I never really did until all this stuff had been going down. So all the episodes are now up on YouTube, so you can now listen it on YouTube as well. So just the Brew of Life Show on YouTube. So yeah, and also be link description down below. Okay,
Let's go.
let's go. Anyways, anything you want to say? Anything that you want to promote? You can just go for it.
My Instagram. I'll repost your the podcast on my Instagram, so
Okay.
like people will see it. Yeah.
You don't want to like promote anything. This is like you can just go for it. I don't really care, but like if you have like a YouTube channel, Twitch, I don't really know.
I got my Twitch, but it's like, actually no. I'll just like, no, it's all right. It's all right. I gotta
It's
change my
alright.
username anyways. Yeah, it's too
Okay.
complicated.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's it. And just don't let this virus stop you from like what the things you actually want to do, man. Like just we're gonna overcome this. Some sort like just anything, man. We're gonna overcome this.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
for
do
sure.
feel like it.
We just gotta
And
have hope and strength.
also, man, what else to say? And also just my clothing brand launch off, even though, I'm still trying to pursue that as well. And even though I'm kind of having some like problems with it right now because like I'm not 18 and like I don't own like a bank account and stuff, and that kind of sucks as well. But I'm gonna find a way to like actually do that and actually I really do want to donate to charity and stuff as well. Just help people out. I
Yeah,
really
that's
do
awesome.
feel like it, man. But yeah, check the clothing brand launch off, and
Yes, sir.
just about yeah. Anyways, that's it for
Thank you
today.
for having me on here.
Yo, you made history because like you're the first one on the show. Congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Oh wait, hold up. Another prediction I want to make. Like who's gonna be like? I really do feel like hopefully in the future I'm gonna get like someone on this podcast episode. Like I really do want like a Marvel actor on the podcast show for some reason. I
Oh,
don't
that
know
sounds
why.
awesome.
But like that's like one thing I really want to look forward to. Like any like one like who just is in like Marvel like MCU actors. Like I really do just Marvel overall. Just been my childhood and stuff. And I really would like any just actor or actress be on the show, man. That would be cool.
Yeah, like they could talk about movie life and stuff like that. Yeah,
man.
that's sick.
That
That's
would
dope.
be cool, man. Hopefully, man. I feel like we're about to, but whether it's Robert Downey Jr., Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, I don't really care. Tobey Maguire. If Tony McGuire comes here on the show,
That'd be amazing.
yo, like Loki, he's been my childhood, man, dude, and I'll freak out if you ever been he's on the show, man. And,
the iconic Spider-Man movies.
Man. But honestly, at the same time, though, we should probably focus on the present now and just not really look forward into the future too much and have like, too much expectations, because that can lead to some bad things. I feel like sometimes.
Yeah, just take things day by day, little by little.
Yeah. But anyways, that is it for today's show. And yeah, see ya.
Yeah.
Anyways, this
Thank
is the
you.
Brew of Life Show. My name is Steven, and this is Kevin. Okay, say yours. Okay.
This is Kevin.
Yeah, and this is the Brew of Life Show. Peace. Just take care of yourselves, and you're gonna get through this. And
yes, definitely.
This is just a positive thing that just happened, even though not really though, but who really knows? But yeah. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode. I should really do more of this stuff as well. And I really do want to upload more, especially I have no excuse on doing it, especially with this coronavirus, thankfully. And also, just check out my YouTube channel, Fan Unbroken, and just about, yeah. See you guys next time.